We're going to be showing off some more demonstrations on the advanced ambient light rejection 17 Black Nova. This is the darkest roll-on screen paint that we make. I mean, this stuff is extremely dark. It's actually, as I said before many times, it is 3 shades darker than the 12. It produces amazing white level capabilities. And also, too, I would like to add real quick, thank you so much for the support on new black technology. We received abundance of orders this morning. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And I thank my Lord and Savior for blessing me to have the ability to do this and give us the ability to make and continue to do this. All right, so we're going to be doing some darker samples, as in darker certified screens, and maybe a little wild card in there. Right now, I saw this demonstration just pop on a few minutes ago on my feed. I like to check out any new demonstrations that they have on demos and stuff like that. So I just want to check this out for a minute. All right, so then from there, I'm probably going to do some gaming because I really like gaming on the screen. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to go about removing the 135-inch out of my game, not out of my game room, getting it onto the floor so I can coat it with the new technology. Because, like I said, it has LED lights. There's quite a lot of LED lights in that particular room. And I think some of the LED lights are maybe attached to the screen and on the wall at the same time. So I may have to cut those and then redo them all over again for the screen separately, which I should have did to begin with. I should have just did the screen by itself just in case if I had to remove it off the wall. So that's going to be a whole project on its own. And I'll be doing that paint on demonstration of converting the 12 over to the new 17. The wallpaper will also to be converted over. The only one I'm going to leave in the room is a 12, would be the motorized projection screen, but I do plan to buy another one of those and paint that also. Make sure I got everything here needed for this. I quite frankly want to just sit over here on my watch this demonstration, which I am going to do. I'm going to make sure my stand's not in the way here. My stand number good? Be good. It just shows how much of a blessing God is, because like I said before, it gets very complicated when you develop a screen this dark. It is extremely hard because the white levels have to be they have to be there. If they're not, you're going to have a lot of problems. You're going to have some very dark areas coming up on the screen. It's not going to be able to produce natural white levels. Colors are not going to produce properly. It can become a problem. And God bless us with an ingredients to be able to make it darker than the 12, but not only darker than the 12, but to be able to produce and maintain beautiful white levels. And I'm very, very happy with. I'm happy with all my technology, but like I said, the blacker screens are the hardest ones to do. I like the fact that we can switch to contrast and then back over to white levels. I love it. Catch some of this video play. Let's see what else they have in their selections. I like this one right here. I'm gonna get to the Certify. I just want to check out something first. That's what I love about this technology. Light in the environment doesn't affect it at all. It absorbs everything. And this is what I'm talking about. You have to have white levels in order to produce those bright images. It doesn't come from contrast, it comes from a white level. What else we have on here? I've done that one. That one's pretty nice. Done this one. me get this started because I'll be here all day on that one. I do like the chalk, those levels, boy. I just want to see this real quick. Color and contrast at the same time. Screen produces amazing color capabilities because the contrast level is so dark. The white level is good, it's perfect. Like I said, you can't produce colors like this if you don't have a white level. It's not going to show up. It's interesting because now I can go back because I record and date everything. I can go back to the first day that I painted this screen. And early in the morning, around 4 o'clock, when I sat there and said, God just gave this to me in my sleep, and we're going to paint this screen in. You see the white levels actually fluctuate on the screen. And then you have those who are going to say, well, you're using a high-end projector. We did this already at 22 feet at 130 in the middle of the screen with no problem. So no. But like I said, I'd like to thank you for the support. I woke up this morning to an abundance of orders for the technology. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I really do. Customer was talking to yesterday was saying, well, you're going to come out with anything more advanced than what you have here on the 17. I'm thinking, yeah, I think I might take a break for a while. I think I'm just going to be happy with what I have and thank the Lord for blessing me for what I have. And I think I'm going to have a cutoff point. I'm not going to. I mean, we're going to have test formulas downstairs. Yeah, we're always going to have test formulas, but I don't think we really have to bring anything out new. I mean, we're so far future-proof, it's not even funny. I think it showed up a couple of days ago. I got containers of paint of test formulas all over the house. Just never got around to basically testing them out. I think I got to finish off because I got to get the acoustics on the website and I got to bring the exotics back. After that, I'm done. I'm not making anything else. There's just no point. like I said, this technology right here has stair steps attached to it. Anything we make, God makes sure He blesses us with the ability to be able to upgrade it if we choose. Now, this is definitely going into my new house. Just to have this jet black screen on the wall. I want the projector to be completely hidden. I might get one of those setups where I can have the projector come out from a panel in the ceiling. Because I don't want you to see the projector, I don't want you to see speakers, nothing. Just a black panel in the center, that's it. That's how I want my setup to be designed. I want no big bulky speakers, none of that. I don't want any of that stuff. I want you to see nothing but a white wall and a black square. That's all you need to see. Look at the different colors. That's what I love about the different colors that come off this screen. And this is no calibrating your projector. None. Told you, screens that required to be calibrated, or projectors that have to be calibrated, this screen, something wrong with the screen. I really like that. Them colors, man, I love seeing the colors. I love seeing the colors. All right, let me get to where I need to get to. I know, I keep saying that. I just like the way this screen displays color. Yeah, this is the reason why my 135 upstairs has to be converted to this black screen. You have no idea. Gaming on this screen is freaking amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I gotta convert that 135 upstairs. All right, so let's get this started. Oh. We're gonna be using dark certified sample screens versus our technology. We'll start off with white screens first, the white levels first. White screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
We need you to bring me to the white screen. Ooh. All right, so some tape started here. These are the darkest screens that I have in my category of certified sample sheets. These are the darkest of the darkest. All right, so we have the Matinee Black by Seymour AV. This will be done on contrast in color today. Matinee Black. So these screens, these darker screens, they basically are advertised to bring. Anytime you have a darker screen, or darker certified screen, the main goal of that technology is to be able to show you that the screen produces contrast. That's all they're designed for. It's a contrast screen. That's what it's designed for. You know, it's going to promise you darker and better contrast levels. See how it compares to a screen that's 100% jet black. We have the, okay, I'm always going to butcher this name, blacks, 0.8. Show you how dark the surface is right there on the screen. That right there. Now, keep in mind, when you buy the screen paint, the black screen paint, keep in mind it'd be different if we only design one form of paint, but like I said, we design everything from gray screens to different color screens, whatever floats your boat. There's a disclaimer on the black technology. We explain to people that if you're not using those heavy contrast levels, it's not screened for you. You have a platinum eclipse if you want fair contrast and high white levels, and then we have other great screen paints that we do make. All right, Dark Star 9. This is another dark screen, as you can see, with the surface nice and dark. That one right there. All right. Next to this one, I think this is the it's the Infinity. So this right here is made by DMP Supernova right there. This is how dark the surface is. You can see from there. Surface is this is not gunmetal. Gunmetal has a kind of bluish, kind of dark gray to it. If you look at RoboCop's armor, that's gunmetal. That is gunmetal. All right. Tape on my socks. Let's begin. We'll start out with the white levels first. See what happens. See how the white levels are pushing up on these screens. Automatically from the door. Not a good sign. Okie doke. Let's begin. I know she's going to mess up the color red. She's going to say auto books, but let's see if we can get her to do it. The color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, she got it at a time. There you go. That's the first thing we display is the white levels. There's a reason why, because the white levels tell the story if the screen is going to have a problem with producing reds and white levels. Well, that's the white levels are actually going to come off pretty good. More like reds and colors and contrasts. So as I said before, if our screen couldn't produce a white level, you wouldn't be seeing that red right now. You're seeing it would be literally so dark that the other screens would come up brighter. Now we're going to do this with the lights. We should do it with the lights off. I don't know why in the world people, I don't know. I don't get it. We designed, these are ambient light projection screens. And screens have very high gain capabilities. Actually, this one has a 9. This one has an 8. The trees are all up here. That's a 9, that's an 8. The reflective surfaces, the interesting thing about those is the fact that they reflect a lot of white light. There we go. We need to have the camera directly in the front. That way, if we lean to the side, some of these screens have the narrow viewing cone effect, and that means they can come up, prepare to come up darker when they're actually much lighter. There we go. This is better. All right, let's pop out of here. Let's pull up some colors. Or you can go to the color changer. Probably get a commercial in there.
Wow. Education is not only taught, it's...
So we do the color changer. And this is how your projector is perceiving color when it makes contact with your screen. This is why you're told to calibrate, because you can't see proper color. Now these screens are designed, they're heavy, darker screens. They're designed to bring you a heavier color, more color pop, better contrast levels, heavier black levels. And their defense, they test their screens against white screens. So they test against white screens. As I said before, all these screens are going to be to produce amazing images next to a white screen. Unfortunately, the screen is jet black. So that's a whole nother category right there. But this is just to see how they level up. Not saying the technology doesn't work. It works perfectly fine. Just want to see where it levels up next to our technology. That is a jet black screen. Oakley dokley. People like to say, well, turn the lights out. There's not going to be much of a difference, to tell you the truth. Honestly, I can tell you that right from the door, but I'll entertain you on that. in that section. There we go. Entertain you. Where I can never find where my LED lights are supposed to be off anyway. Let me entertain you. Be smiling. So there we are. Knock out the LED lights. Those of you who have dedicated theater room setups. So we have a 4,000 DMP Supernova is probably between 3 to 4. The Parallax or whatever pronounce that name, no disrespect DMP. That screen's about $5,000. The Dark Star 9 is about $3,000. And then the Matinee, so it's probably around $1,400. A gallon of our technology costs our customers $278, and that paints up to a 180-inch screen. These screens right here that I just named off by price will be 100-inch and 100-inch only. If you wanted to do about 180-inch off the DMP Supernova, then we're talking about probably could be around 16,000, but I know they range from, last time I checked it was about 17 to 18,000. Okay, dope. Let's go over and let's go pick up, let me see what we got going on down here. We didn't do blue yet, so let's do blue. There's blue. And mind the projector behind me, which we're using is a Christie projector at 4300 lumens, 1920 by 1200 WXGA. Plenty of power. At 43, it's not going to pop off on these screens. Anything underneath that's not going to pop, and anything over it's still not going to pop. The higher the lumens that you put on the projector, the higher chance you have of producing too high of a white level, and that means your images are going to wash out much faster. Oakley dokley. Let's go over to a swap out of blue, and it said pink and blue, but I don't see pink. More like purple and blue. Now, all these screens up here have ambient light projection technology. I feel that if they complain the fact that, I don't know, light that I have in the environment may be too harsh, it's kind of hard to give your screen a label like ambient light projection if you have to be used in a controlled environment. If people are complaining that the screen demonstration should be done in the dark, because quite frankly, I don't feel like going over and hitting the switch. That's no excuse. I'm going to spend $4,000, $5,000 for a screen. I better be able to use it in a fully lit environment. Oakley dokley. Let's come out of here with the Oakley dokley. Let's go with the light colors.
Feels weird. Picking it up.
I ain't watching any more Marvel movies. I'm done. The last one I watched, when they had the Avengers in the movie, Stan Lee had passed away. I'm done. I don't even bother with it. I got no interest in it. So there we are doing bright colors. This is the #1 reason why you're told to calibrate your projector. Told to calibrate your projector because your screen can't pick it up. That's it. These are protocols that they put in there. If your image is washing out, then they tell you to put it in an ambient light controlled environment, aka you must move lights around in your environment and keep them away from the screen so the screen doesn't have any complications. You must calibrate your projector, aka due to the fact that your screen can't pull proper images in a fully lit environment even with lights out, and you're going to have to basically calibrate your projector. That is nothing wrong with it at all to begin with. because the screen may be having some issues. It doesn't make any sense. Let's go swap out for another color. What do we got here? Coming up, we got some Either darker, either light. I'll take these. As I said before, these are demonstrations you should be seeing, whether it's a hobbyist or whether it's a big corporation. You should see exactly how your screen sees color. Because the same way you're seeing color here is the same way you're going to see it when you watch a movie or a TV show or sports or whatever. It's not going to change. It's still going to reflect the same thing. That's why if we go to, and this is why I do this demonstration, because it shows the colors. Sony 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Black levels don't show up. Red levels don't show up. That's the reason why I show you the colors first. So you can see exactly what you actually are really seeing. You wouldn't be to see this because, like I said, when they display this one against a white screen. Literally anything's going to beat a white screen. But I can see why they display against white screens is because everybody has white screens. If you're at Amazon, you're not going to find any one of these high-end screens at Amazon. You can find a few of them on eBay, yes, but you'll have to go to a select dealership to get one of these screens. That's the only way you're going to get one of these screens to begin with. But majority of most screens that most people are going to be buying are going to be white screens. So I can see where the strategy comes in to basically do demonstrations against white screens. We're the opposite. We don't do demonstration against white screens, because for us that's completely pointless. Now I'll do a demonstration showing you the difference on what you're losing, but to make all our demonstrations on a white screen, no, that's pretty much pointless. We do our demonstrations against their most superior screens to show you how our technology levels up against what they have. We could beat a white screen with our eyes tied behind my back. Ha ha! It's a good one. I gotta repeat that back to one of my friends. But anyway, yeah, we could beat a white screen easily. Anything could beat a white screen. You could go out to Home Depot and just get some great primer and splash it against a white screen and beat a white screen. That's easy. But I can see why they do it because, like I said, everybody has white screens. Majority of most people are going to have a white screen. Very few people are going to go out and spend $5,000, $4,000, $20,000, $18,000 for a projection screen. You can go right to Amazon or right over to eBay and they're going to buy a screen and it's going to be white. You're going to get home, hit it with the projector, and it's going to look nothing like in the advertising or the Photoshop image that they put up there to make you think that's what the image is going to look like. Not even close. And then the first thing they start thinking, it's got to be the projector. It's not your projector. I can get an old projector and it'll still perform well on our screen. Not on that white screen it won't. As I said before, that there's nothing wrong with your projector. It's your screen. At the end of the day, your screen makes up 98% of your home theater setup. You can have the most powerful projector on the face of the planet. If you don't have a proper screen, you're not seeing it. And the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is you have to use ambient light controlled environments because there's too much light casted on the screen, or you're going to be calibrating your projector. Fix that. You want to get those colors just right. You want to get them perfectly balanced. Just right. So I mean, you tell me you went out and spent $3,000 for a projector to end up calibrating it? Are you kidding me? That's stupid. I hate to say it, but that's real stupid when you think about it. That's real stupid when you think about it. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm saying it's stupid that they would say that to begin with. It's idiotic. I mean, think about it. You go and you read, you do all the research there is about your projector, how it has this amazing color wheel, and it can see so many billion colors, and the pixelation count, and all this high tech abilities these projectors have. And then they tell you that at the end of the day, the reason why you can't see your image properly because you have to calibrate your projector to get the colors right so the images pop better. That's what I mean by that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And all the while, it's a screen. Nothing wrong with your projector. This is, like I said, outdated Chrissy projector. They stopped making them back in 2012. 2012 is when they discontinued my projector behind me. We're in 2021. You know how old my projector is? How much per square inch of light you have in your environment. That doesn't make any sense at all. You have to. One of my favorite parts I like when they have you sitting down and then they say how you optimize your viewing pleasure. They have this person standing here, and then they have this line going straight to the screen. Here, this is going to optimize. You have to sit here. You have to be at this particular pinpoint in your environment. You can only sit back this far back from the screen in order to be able to enjoy your picture quality. Man, that's a bunch of baloney. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna sit here and look at some stupid freaking draw out of some guy in the middle of a screen, and you got it pointed like this is the optimized the view and pleasure, so you can see it. Man, that came up when they had screens that have reflective surfaces that had narrow viewing cones. A lot of people didn't realize that. So that's where that came from. Because with some of the screens, the reflect surface was so reflective, if you were to move it slightly up or down, remember I take the camera and I lean over top the screen and it turns dark. If I go to the side, it turns dark. It reflects the same way. If you go underneath of it, it turns dark. So when you mount your projector to your ceiling, it's going to have to be in line with your screen, because if the image is up, it's not in line with the projection screen, and it's a little too up or over, whatever, it gets dark around the edges. That's where all that craziness came from. And it's basically just hand you a protocol saying, well, this is the instructions you have to follow by in order to be able to maximize your viewing pleasure. I can sit anywhere in my house and see a screen. Anywhere. I can sit over there, I can go to my dining room table, I can sit on my sofa over here, I can watch my screens in here, I can go into the next room and watch my screens over in here. I can come in off the deck and walk in and see my screens running from here all the way from here with no problem. And that's what I'm saying. All that stuff, they feed you all that stuff. They tell you that it has to be this and it has to be that. Oh, you can't use a 720p projector because that's not going to work right, and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. I use 720p's all the time. Yep, they feed you whatever they want to feed you. That's what they do. Go to the forum sites, they feed you the same nonsense. Can't use the 720p projector. It's outdated. You have to buy a 1080p or 4K. You have to. That's a bunch of bull. Oh, because the 720p doesn't have the capability to be able to advance on the screen. No, the screen does not have the capability to advance with the 720p projector. I love that when people come on my channels, they go, well, 720p's are outdated. No, your screen's outdated. Literally, it's outdated. I could take a 720p, you could take a 1080p, I would blow your screen clean out of the water. I'll pull contrast levels, colors, and I could do that outside, and your screen wouldn't be to keep up. I had one fellow came on here. No disrespect, he's a pretty nice guy, but he started bragging about his money he paid for his projector. Oh, what screen do you have? Oh, I have a Grace 5D. Oh, lucky you would say that because I have that in the kitchen drawer right now, and I can show you with the screen flaws. Let's. I'm gonna bring that come up the Starfield demonstration. I'm gonna bring that up right now because we got to do some contrast. These screens mainly are on contrast demonstration. What is the deal with that sample sheet? Let me go grab me a heavier piece of tape. The minute I mentioned contrast, it's like these screens have a mind of their own. The minute I mention the word contrast, it's kind of like, oop, nope, 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 nope. Now, as I said before, screens do work. These screens against a white screen are going to produce a very heavy contrast level. Dark Star 9 is actually going to produce the heaviest when it comes to, I believe, I like the Dark Star 9. When it comes to contrast levels on a white screen, is going to produce the highest. Next to a black screen, well, we're going to have some problems here because none of these screens are jet black, so they're not going to produce a contrast level next to this technology. But we'll go through it. Gotta tape that up really well, so that can't go anywhere. And I think for kicks and giggles, okay, let me grab the, I got the control over here. Is this the controller or am I doing this again? Yeah, I'm doing it again. Dropping controls all over the floor. There we go. Let's go get ourselves a contrast demonstration. So we're going to grab, let me see. Let's go. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm sorry, I just want to do this real quick.
You know they're out there. Morning, noon, and night. Eye allergens are on the attack, and the itch can stay with you.
I know it's not contrast. We're going to do contrast. I need to do this on my end because I'm always curious. This is the reason why I don't like to do the whole, when people cut corners, they'll pick particular videos that will make their screens look good. I don't do that. I randomly just grab whatever and we go from there. You should comfortably be to pick out videos without having any form of problems. Okie dokie, that's all I wanted to see. All right, so let's go bring up the Starfield demonstration. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. I mean, honestly, you can't be surprised. It's a jet black screen. This screen pulls a Starfield demonstration better than a 12. If you didn't see that demonstration of me basically doing the 12 side by side to a Black Nova, Black Nova's contrast levels are way darker than 12s, and their contrast level makes a 12. 12 is a fantastic screen print, don't get me wrong, it is. But next to when it comes to contrast capabilities, Black Nova is superior. So if these screens were tested against 12s and they couldn't produce a contrast level next to a 12, what chance would they have against a screen that's 3 times darker than 12? Outer space 4K screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
I always like this one. Like I said, their technology next to a white screen, they're going to pull amazing contrast levels. Next to a black screen, on the other hand, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Like I said, they do work. like this demonstration because you get a chance to see how bright the white levels are on the Black Nova, and you get a chance to see those deep dark contrast levels. Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Well, we already know what's going to happen when we play the Black Horse. See? What I find so fascinating about this particular video is the fact that how black the background is compared to the horse. How dark if you look at the, when I come back and I show you this, I'll wind back here a little bit. Look how black the background is compared to the horse. Man, I told you, I love contrast levels when it comes to screens. My favorite screen will always be black technology. I love black screens, I do. Man, I love the screen so much. I can't wait to do my 235.1 outside with it. Now, am I going to change my screens all black? Oh, heck no. I love my screens in here. I like my mustard, my midnight mustard, my blue screen in the back. As a matter of fact, this is a screen that actually was in my gaming room for my arcade room, for my horizontal screen. This week I'm going to be building my acoustic screen. I love the acoustic screens, you know what I mean? I just love all my screens, but I lean toward the black screens the highest because, like I said, I like the fact of having that jet black image, having that color pushed through the screen. It's just something that people are just not used to seeing when you see a jet black projection screen. And I love it. I mean, I freaking love it. Can't wait to get that 135 upstairs painted to a nice jet endless black and then have the colors come on. Oh wow, man, I'm telling you. All right, I want to display my screen. I'm done with this. We've done this already. As of now, we can declare ourselves, and we've tested already against some of the blackest screens on the market. We can already certify our screens basically from day one as being one of the blackest screens on the market, and it is. I'm gonna go back on this video. Then after that, I'm gonna drop some gaming in here because I definitely gotta do some gaming on it. The freaking gaming on here is so good. Now the ad, we're going to do a ship out date on Saturday, which means on Friday you have enough time to get your orders in. We are going to stop taking orders around probably Friday night at 12. We're going to stop taking orders. Man, I love those colors, man. Let me see what they got on here. We got to get some bright colors in here. We definitely got to do this one. Samsung. I'm doing enough Samsung OLEDs on here. Hey! I love that. They're pulling that camera back and showing that that light right on top of the screen. Hey. Hey. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
So they didn't butcher me. Real quick.
The moment you realize something is truly luxury is the moment you put it to use. Purchase or lease a new.
I can watch this all day. Literally all day. You're going to see a lot on our website. I'm actually going to be changing some things on the website. I am actually going to be putting on our website, powered by God's technology. Yep. Give him credit. It's his work. At the end of the day, it's his work. All right, let's grab something else. Yeah, this is going to look amazing at 135 inches. Let me see, did I get what I want? Oh, no, I did, they butchered it. Well, this would be the same area, but we're going to have to go up in order to get what I want from there. Oh, I haven't done this one in a while. Alright, this is too easy. I want the one with the dog running around in the water. This is a contrast demonstration. The screen can do this standing on its head with no problem. It's a black screen. I want to see the dog. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Out there. Somewhere around here. Every time. Forget to put that back. Nope, wrong one. Maybe it's this one. It is this one. Alright. Got our open shows mixed up. I'm looking for something here. That one right there. What is this? Yeah, just like on the TV. I'm not trying to be rude here, but it's kind of sad because people who own projectors and screens really don't know what color it's supposed to look like. I'm not trying to be rude here, but if you're not getting the proper color your projector is supposed to be displaying, how do you know what you're supposed to be seeing? I mean, some people are so used to seeing a washed out. I mean, people really think they're seeing real red and blues and greens and yellow. It's supposed to look like a TV on your wall. It's a projector. You got a high-end projector, maybe a low-end projector, maybe. It's not supposed to look like that. And some of the demonstrators I've seen, I was like, wow, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is a point taken right here. This is actually a good example. This is a really bright scenery. Even if you have the gray Snow 5D, you're still not going to be able to pick it up. We've done that already. So say this is your white projection screen right here that you have. Most people have white projection screens. And if someone says, well, I have I got a kitchen drawer full of projection screens. We've been there already. They can't pick up color. Oh, got the wrong remote control again. Why do I have two of the same remote controls in the same area? It's a nightmare for me. Right, you left it on the sofa? Yep. Left it on the sofa. Like I said, at 4,300 lumens, you're picking up nothing at all. Nothing. Not a thing. I'll tell you, you're not seeing anything at all. Nothing. And I don't care. I see some churches and schools and companies will have these massive white projection screens, and they'll have these killer projectors, and they're not picking up nothing. I mean, nothing. When I go to, I went to Target last time I've been out of the house, a long time ago. But when I went to Target, they had a 4K Epson projector mounted to the ceiling, and they had it displaying in their perfume section of the store. And they thought because you could see an image, for them, if you could see an image, you can make out an image, that's good. It's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like eye candy. Now, that's the sad thing about it. They consider it acceptable because they can still see it, because a person can still see the image, and that is supposed to be acceptable to them. It's not supposed to look like that. The same way as if you pick up that item in your hand and you can see it that way, that's the same way it should look on your screen. But they consider that to be acceptable because you can see it. It might be the most faded, washed out image, but for them, and that projector they have was like 7,000 lumens, 7,000 lumen projector sitting right up on top of this white screen, and your image looks like that. Man, that's real sad at the end of the day. That's the normal. Dark Star 9 and the Parallax. If I'm saying that correctly wrong, I think I do apologize. And then a white screen. It's supposed to be advertising. It's supposed to be attractive to the eye. It's supposed to be eye candy. It's not attractive and you can barely see the image. Now, say if you're in a candy store and you're displaying candy, which looks more appetizing to you, on the black screen or on the gray screens and white screens? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I said, it's your dime. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but at the end of the day, it is your dime. The person who came into my channel and said, oh, contrast is not important. Contrast is extremely important. We must not have done much research. We must not be old enough to understand how it works. Because like I said, when I was coming up, TV tubes were gray. A light gray. And then after that, they got darker and darker and darker. And now you have them pitch black dark. OLED wouldn't have spent all that money for that technology if they felt that having a jet black screen wasn't important. Yes, contrast is very, very important. It's very important. It's much needed. You have to add depth, you have to add detail. And do this in a fully lit environment with no problem. see if we can find that. That's on it. Oh, I like this demonstration right here. I definitely got to do this one. Like how the fact you can show them deep dark contrast levels and then transfer over to high bright images. That's what I love about this technology, the fact that they can change back and forth. I love that. Let's go with that. TCL 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Alright, any other time isn't exactly what I want. Is this channel from maybe I might be to get it from there. So one particular video I want to watch. It's not getting what I want. If I go through that channel, maybe I can get it from there. Alright, where are the women walking back and forth? Maybe I can get it through there. Alright, we'll go through here. I have to go up. Need to get, let me see. Oh, I like this one. I definitely gotta do this one. That white level is amazing, isn't it? Thank God, it's technology. I love it. Technology is no joke. time. I'm having a ball in here. I'm actually having a lot of fun. That's why I'm in no rush. I'm just basically going through all the videos I wanted to watch on this jet black screen. Ooh, gotta do that one. Gotta do that one. All right, I'm starting off with this one first. All right, gotta do the car one next. Where's the car? Gotta do this one. to do that one. No, been there, done that one yesterday. I'm running out of videos here, people. Let me see. Been there, done that. Oh, I'm gonna do this right here. I love doing anything that involves snow. Well, snow and everything else is gonna be on here. I love showing off the bright levels on the screen. The contrast, I know the screen has the capability to do. That's not a problem. I like to show colors and bright white levels and stuff like that. I love that. What are they doing outside? They gotta be working on something. It's another place on my list I need to go before I die. Definitely want to go there and see the ruins. such a beautiful country. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's see. There we go. That's what I was looking for. This one right here. Look at that. As I told you, God's technology is flawless. It's beautiful. That's what I said. When you think about it, the 12, we're trying to paint the 12 to be so dark that you can't see it, and yet we have a screen 3 shades darker than 12. And look at that. There's nothing wrong with the 12 to begin with. That comes from people in jealousy. Jealousy over black technology, just jealousy altogether. It's a shame because you can't get to where I'm at because God can't bless your hand. God does not bless the hand of the wicked. Don't. And that's what my Lord and Savior blessed me with. An extreme black screen that can pull incredible white levels. sat there and said in a video one time, I said the perfect screen would be a jet black screen that can produce insane white levels. And this is something I talked about a while ago. And Lord heard me the entire time, but I didn't realize that he already had plans for me to have this. This screen could easily dominate just about anything on the market by itself, because due to the fact that it can pull high enough white levels to blend into other screens, and then on top of that produce a contrast level that none of them can even touch. And then by the demonstrations we show the technology, because some you have people who are going to come in and say, well, you know, it's a high power projector, we did this at 1,000 lumens outside, and then we turned around and did 15 feet back with a 130 watt light in the middle of the screen, and then pulled it back 22 feet. Then the day yesterday came in and did the demonstration again with the same 1,000 lumen projector with the 130, and watch movies, white levels, everything off of it. I'm done here. As I said before already, you try to compare yourself to this black technology, I will buy everything you have and I will put them all against this technology in one hit. We already did 3 screens already, and that was a cakewalk. We'll go through all of them in one hit. I gotta go online, I gotta do some research, because there's a screen called XY. I'm curious. I already seen the XY, I think maybe black. I'm not sure. So now I got, since we have the blackest screen, we got to go out and start trying to figure out exactly how many companies have a 100%, well, 12s are black, but these are blacker than 12s. We got to see exactly what's the darkest screen we can go to do a side-by-side next to our technology. So that's the next thing. So I'm gonna do the next one. I'll do the gaming later on because I'm tired. I gotta eat some meat. This is my first time having breakfast right now. I don't even know what time it is right now, to tell you the truth. I got up to this demonstration, had to get this done. Now you're gonna have other people out there saying, no, but I got the darkest screen. Well, if that's the case, and guess what? You're gonna have to pass every demonstration we just did, which means you're gonna have to take it outside. You're gonna do that 1,000 lumens. You're gonna be 13 feet back. You're going to display snow levels, contrast, colors. You're going to do about an 18 screen certified. Everything. Everything Rich Screen just had to go through. And when we did that 18 screen certified, keep in mind that wasn't done against just keeping it in contrast levels. We had to show white levels too. Everything. Off the short throw, the whole 9 yards. You got to do everything we just did. Because like I said, developing a black screen, if you're going to just basically use black paint and say, hey, it's the same thing, that's going to be a problem because you got to pour white level. And if you can't pour high enough white level, your colors are going to come out dingy and dirty. That's what's going to happen. So you're going to have to pull that white level. Anyway, we cleaning the streets today. All right, with that being said, I got to get out of here. Thank you for your time and God bless.